seated. Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. Are both sides ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. If you want, so we don't have to waste any more time, just remind me of that sequestration issue. We can talk about it. We meant to tell you yesterday, we just forgot.
Can I see you really quick?
Sure.
That one. No, I don't need it to be on the record. Give me just one moment.
At some point, we'll probably want to
I just gave them a heads up. We don't have to do it right now. We can do it at the end of the day. Okay? All right. All right, Detective Jones, you good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, please let the record reflect that all defense attorneys, everyone is present, Mr. Fernandez present, all assistant state attorneys. We're in the middle of cross-examination. Both sides are ready. Mr. Holman, we'll get the jury.
this here. Just don't go sneaking through my notes.
Let them know I'm going to address it at the end of the day, so it's not disruptive.
It's okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Mr. Dreicer, about 2:15, I'm going to check in, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, welcome back. Everyone may be seated. Welcome back, members of the jury. We hope that you all enjoyed your lunch. I think I heard some cheers when y'all went in. That's always a crowd pleaser, right? So both sides are ready to continue with the cross-examination, and Detective Johns is on the witness stand. Mr. Dreicer, you may proceed.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So for a little context, I've been trying to go chronological. I asked you about January 5th, then I asked you some questions about January 25th. You recall that?
Yes, sir.
And just so the jury can understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, I'm not just picking random days, correct?
That's correct.
Those are days that you thought had evidentiary value, then you provided evidence to the FBI, and then they mapped those dates, correct?
Those were dates that we found stuff of evidentiary value that was provided to the FBI.
Exactly what I said, right?
Basically.
Okay. And those are the dates that I've chronologically gone through, correct?
Yes, sir.
So far I haven't skipped anything.
That's correct.
The next date is January 29th,
That's correct.
right? So that's where we're at now. So January 29th was a Saturday, correct?
I don't remember exactly what day it was. What day of the week it was, I apologize.
Okay. Any reason to dispute that it was a Saturday?
No.
Certainly, as you sit here as the lead detective in this case, you don't think it was a Wednesday.
No.
You haven't correlated like January 29th was a Wednesday, the homicide was a Wednesday. You take my representation, it was a Saturday.
Yes.
Certainly the government, if they find out I'm wrong, they can jump up and correct me, right?
Correct.
All right. So on the 29th, and I'm not going to go through all the detail. I understand Agent Blythe will tell you, this jury, what all these slides mean, but you're familiar generally what happens on the 29th, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's walk through what happens on the 29th. Mario Fernandez, through his cellular data and timing advance records, which I'm going to save all for Agent Blythe, a way of tracking people, correct?
Yes.
Mario Fernandez goes from his home in Jack's Beach on the 29th over to the Potomac residence, correct?
Yes.
Now, one of the things I've spoken to you before, and you made it pretty clear this morning on what you're comfortable doing and what you're not comfortable doing, is whether Mr. Fernandez and Mr. Tenon are actually there at the same time and get there and are together before Mr. Tenon leaves Potomac, that's something we should save for Agent Blythe, correct?
He would be better able to explain the records to you, yes.
I appreciate that. But generally speaking, you agree with me that the records show that on January 29th, Mario Fernandez went from Potomac and he went from Marsh Inlet in Jack's Beach and he drove to the rental property that he owns at Potomac.
According to the slide, he is at what looks like to be Potomac.
But you know that he got there by going from his house, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, generally speaking, we know on that day that, generally speaking, you're not tracking people, correct? T-Mobile doesn't have a chip inside of Mario, correct?
Not that I'm aware of.
They're tracking devices, correct?
That would be a better question for T-Mobile. I'm not sure what they do and don't track.
I wasn't asking what T-Mobile was tracking. You, giving information to the FBI, you're tracking. These slides are tracking devices, correct?
These slides are based off of records that we've received from T-Mobile.
From the device.
Some of them from the device related, some of them from correlating cell towers.
I'm really not trying to play gotcha detective. They take the information that the device has via timing advance records, via geolocation, whatever the case may be, and then it tells you where they believe that device to be, correct?
That's correct.
And if it's geolocation, it's more precise than, for example, timing advance records, correct?
Yes.
And I said, I'll let Agent Blythe go all into this, but just generally speaking, these maps are tracking where individual devices that are associated with known people go, right?
Yes.
That's as basic as I can say, and you'll agree, right?
Yes.
So on this day, when I say Mr. Fernandez went from his residence to Potomac, the information is that his cellular device went from that residence to Potomac, correct?
Correct.
All right. You've said in previous affidavits, and you know that studies through all of your training experience have shown, is that people are generally within arm's distance or a wingspan of their device in this modern era, correct?
Generally speaking, yes, that is true.
Right. So when I'm asking you questions about the 29th, I'm asking you questions about where an individual's device is, and then the jury can make a decision as to whether the person was there or not there, right?
Yes.
In this particular case, we know that around 2:02 in the afternoon on that Saturday of January 29th, 2022, Mr. Fernandez's device arrives at Potomac, correct?
According to the slide, yes.
Is there any other slide that you'd like to see that would give any other contrary information?
No.
And you, of course, have reviewed these slides before.
Yes.
At the top, 904-566-2633, that's Mr. Fernandez's device phone number, correct?
Yes.
And at 2:02, in the area of the Potomac residence is where his device is.
That's correct.
Now, that device stays at Potomac until approximately, we'll go to a slide where we can get exactly where it is. Just tell me approximately. So about 4:23, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have no information that that device ever left Potomac between 2:02 and 4:23, correct?
Correct.
Let's talk about Henry Tenon's devices.
Okay.
Henry Tenon's devices around 2:02, and we're going to let Agent Blythe determine whether it's before that or after that, it leaves Potomac, correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Tenon's devices go all the way down to Nocatee in the area of where the victim lives, correct?
That's correct.
It drives around the gymnastics location where the children are, correct?
That's correct.
It then heads from that area over to the area of sanctuary where this homicide occurred.
Correct.
Then it goes from the area where the homicide occurs back to Potomac, correct?
Yes.
In defense's opening statement, we told the jury that Henry Tenon murdered Jared Bridegan. Did you know that?
Only as of this morning.
Detective Johns, that evidence of what Mr. Tenon, the person who the defense is conceding is responsible for this homicide, went to an area where he otherwise doesn't normally go, correct?
That's correct.
That was evidence that suggested to you that that had something to do with this homicide, correct?
That's correct.
It then went to the actual homicide location, correct?
Yes, sir.
Henry Tenon was actually seen on video at the homicide location the night of the homicide, walking away from the homicide, correct?
That's correct.
So on the 29th, Henry Tenon's device, and by extension, the very concept that we just decided or agreed on earlier, is that most people are within arm's length of their device, correct?
Generally speaking, yes.
Okay. And that's why you believe Henry Tenon was with his device on that day, because he's with the device that goes to those locations, right?
Yes.
And then it leaves the homicide scene and it goes back to the Potomac area. No question, I think, in anyone's mind in this courtroom is that that had something to do with the eventual death and murder of Jared Bridegan, right?
Correct.
Okay. So now we know that Mr. Fernandez's device, and by extension of the studies, Mr. Fernandez's device is at Potomac. Mr. Tenon's device goes on this. If I called it a dry run, would you agree that that could be a proper term for this?
That was the term that was used, yes.
Okay. So I didn't make that up. The 29th, the dry run day, right?
Correct.
Okay. So now there are ways to determine if maybe someone isn't with their device, correct?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay. Let's say a device is pinging, or there are timing advance records that show a device is at Potomac.
Okay.
We'll use this very example that we're looking at right here. But then the surveillance would show that Mr. Fernandez is not at Potomac. That would be a way to determine if a person was not with their device, correct?
If we had surveillance, yes.
And that's my next question. You have no surveillance showing Mr. Fernandez with Mr. Tenon on that day, correct?
To be fair, we also have no surveillance of Mr. Tenon either.
Well, let's talk about what you do have. Because maybe someone could say, well, you don't have any surveillance of Mr. Tenon. You have license plate readers, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have license plate readers of Mr. Tenon's truck, correct?
That's correct.
So there was an independent way for law enforcement to go, we got Henry Tenon's devices traveling in this area that he shouldn't be on a location that's highly suspicious. And we have an actual picture of a truck registered to his father, his late father. That was independent evidence besides cell phone, correct?
Yes.
You don't have any independent evidence that Mr. Fernandez was with Mr. Tenon when Mr. Tenon did whatever he did on the 29th, correct?
That's correct.
You don't have a receipt where Mr. Fernandez purchased something outside the area of Potomac while his cell phone was at Potomac, correct?
Correct.
You said yesterday that dozens of swabs were taken of the inside of that blue truck, correct?
Yes.
The blue truck, by way of the license plate readers, is the vehicle that was used to go on that dry run, correct?
Correct.
There's not a single shred of evidence that puts Mr. Fernandez inside of that blue truck, correct?
There is no physical evidence that puts him inside the truck.
There's no DNA, right?
Correct.
There's no fingerprints, right?
Correct.
Mr. Fernandez at the time, from what we saw in the interview, he had long hair. It was up in like a man bun, correct?
From the time of the interview, correct.
At the time of the interview?
Yes.
2 weeks after the homicide.
Yes.
No way he could have grown that hair that quickly, right?
Probably not.
You're a detective. Use your detection skills. In 2 weeks before your interview, Mr. Fernandez had long hair, correct?
Yes.
Special vacuums were used to vacuum out the blue Ford F-150 to find hairs so they could test them, correct?
That's correct.
Not a single one of Mr. Fernandez's hairs were in that car, correct?
Correct.
Certainly there was no evidence that that Ford blue F-150 was cleaned. Like, after a crime, some people may wipe out a kitchen floor or a vehicle or a handgun or whatever the case may be. That car was in pretty rough condition, correct?
When it was found months later, yes, that's correct. True, it was.
It didn't look like it had been cleaned out.
No.
Let's look at evidence that we do have. We just spent some time talking about digital evidence that would show that Mario Fernandez was at Potomac from 2:02 to approximately 4:23. That's what we talked about, right?
Yes.
Now, we certainly can agree that Mr. Fernandez owned that property, correct?
Correct.
We certainly agree that's a place where it's not he has a connection, a very big connection to that property, right? It's not unusual that a landlord would go to a place that he owned, correct?
Not unusual, no.
Let's also kind of revisit some of the history that we know about this case. It's the 29th, so it's one of the last days of the month, right?
Yes.
And it's also 2 days after and approximately 1 day before the new tenant, Mr. Ordway, is moving in, correct?
I know he moved in sometime in the month. I don't know exactly when.
It's the end of the month, and it's right in the middle of a transition of tenants, correct?
Yes.
The one thing we know for sure is it's 2 days after that lease was signed.
Correct.
And you know that all of the stuff that Mr. Tenon had when he was living there was moved into the garage.
Yes.
Because when you searched it, all the stuff you found was in the garage, correct?
That's correct.
It's not a foreign concept that the landlord may have gone to make sure all the stuff was put where it was supposed to go, correct?
That's correct.
And of course, it's not normal that a person would leave stuff there, except for in this scenario, as we talked about, Jeremy Ordway and Henry Tenon were close family friends.
That's correct.
Okay. What is a pole camera?
It is a camera that is put on top of a pole.
Pretty simple. And in this case, pole cameras are law enforcement tools.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure it could be anybody, but when I say pole camera, I'm talking about the pole cameras that law enforcement use as an investigatory tool in the investigation of this homicide, correct?
Yes.
You guys put up pole cameras at Potomac.
Yes, that's correct.
You put up pole cameras at Marsh Inlet.
That's correct.
You put up a pole camera, where else was there a pole camera? I think in Orlando.
No.
There's another pole camera somewhere.
The one off of Beach Boulevard.
Okay. You guys put up a few pole cameras. I'm going to focus on Potomac for the moment, right?
Okay.
You didn't tell Mr. Fernandez that you put up a poll camera, correct?
Correct.
They're done as a way of trying to find evidence. You don't put anybody on notice that you're doing that, right?
That's correct.
And in this case, you put up a poll camera sometime in August of 2022.
Yes.
Detective Johns, I'm going to represent to you that the defense in Exhibit 33, okay? Let me show this to you. Yeah, approach that one. You said I can move around, right?
Sure.
May I approach?
Yes. What exhibit is that?
I said 33, but it's 31.
Okay.
Mistake. Sorry. Detective Johns, can you see defense 31?
Yes.
And this looks like a big old multi-terabyte jump drive.
Yes.
And there's a plug that goes in the computer, and there's a plug in the back.
Yes.
Okay? I'm going to represent to you that all of the poll camera, for all of the months that it ran at every single location, is on this, and it's in evidence by the defense, okay?
Okay.
So when I say I'm showing you some clips here in the next few minutes, I want you to know that if there's anything else that you think that they need to see, it's in evidence. They can look at anything they want. Fair enough?
Yes.
And then just so everyone understands how we're looking at this, this is defense 32, 33, and 34. Looks like a little jump drive,
Yes.
a little mini one of the big guys.
Yes.
And this has a number of clips from when you put up the poll camera where you captured Mario Fernandez at Potomac. Oh, we're going to look at it, but you understand that that happened, correct?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, correct?
Yes.
So if we're trying to figure out if Mr. Fernandez would ever go to, well, let me back up. There is no poll camera on January 29th because that precedes the homicide, correct?
Correct.
So you don't know what Mr. Fernandez was doing because there's just no surveillance of it, right?
That's correct.
So one way in law enforcement is we look, I think you said yesterday there's victimology. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Victimology is looking sort of at the past to see if there's any connections, right?
Yes.
So one of the things that you said was, I'm looking to see if it's a random act of violence. I looked at the victim and that it was or it wasn't, right?
Correct.
Well, in the same concept, if Mario Fernandez's device is at Potomac on the 29th, and we have to kind of determine, is that unusual? Is that common? When you put up that poll camera, that could help answer some of those questions, correct?
I don't understand.
Well, let's find out. Did Mr. Fernandez go to Potomac?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so let's look at Defense Exhibit 33. That's the little guy I showed you, right? Are you aware that Mr. Fernandez, when you put up the poll camera in August, in the first 30 days, there are 20 different times that Mr. Fernandez went to the Potomac address?
I'm not sure how many times he did or did not go.
Okay, when we see him on these videos, I assume you don't dispute the poll camera footage, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Now, one of the other questions is, why would Mr. Fernandez go to Potomac? So let me ask you some questions. Potomac had some disrepair, correct?
Yes.
Like we talked about earlier, you were able to confirm that Mr. Fernandez was engaged in working on especially those tile floors, correct?
He was making repairs to the home.
No question about that.
No.
His bank records reflect that that's the case, right?
Yes.
The poll cameras reflect that that's the case, correct?
Yes.
Messages between Mr. Biggerstaff and others confirm that that was the case?
Yes.
So what are we looking at here? Oh, I haven't published it yet. May I publish Defense Exhibit 33, and I'm starting with A, Your Honor.
Yes.
Can you see that, Detective?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, can you pause it, Ms. Day? All right. Is this the poll camera located at Potomac?
Yes.
And is that the driveway leading to Potomac?
Yes, it is.
And when I say Potomac, we're talking about the residence that Mr. Fernandez owned. I don't need to keep saying the address, right?
Correct.
What kind of car or truck did Mr. Fernandez own in 2022?
A Toyota Tundra.
What color?
It was white.
What do you see in the bottom right corner?
White Toyota Tundra.
That's the driveway at Potomac?
Yes.
Whose red car is backed up?
Mr. Ordway's.
The tenant.
Yes.
What time is it?
It is 7:45 a.m.
Okay. A little early in the morning.
Yes.
You learned, and if you can't remember, it may refresh your recollection, that Mr. Fernandez would come sometimes early in the morning, and depending on what work he was doing, he may come back multiple times in one day, correct?
Yes.
In order not to bore everyone to tears, I'm going to scroll forward, okay?
Okay.
If at any time,
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. Let me start over. We're going to scroll forward a little bit, okay?
Okay.
If at any given time you think I'm scrolling forward and missing a fact that you think is important, will you agree to tell me so I can make sure the jury sees it?
Yes.
Any reason to dispute that that's Mario Fernandez?
No.
You could see that someone got out and walked into the residence, correct?
I mean, I didn't see that specifically, but I don't doubt that he was there.
Can you look right? Oh, can you see right there?
Yes.
No reason to believe that's not Mr. Fernandez.
No.
Those are better views where you could really identify that was, in fact, Mr. Fernandez, correct?
Yes.
Okay. This is many months after the homicide, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Tenon has not been arrested yet, correct?
I don't believe so.
8/9/2022 to
No.
Okay. But Mr. Fernandez is not distancing himself from the Potomac home, as far as you can tell, right?
No.
This was after the tire was collected, correct?
Yes.
Jeremy Ordway's home, he knows that law enforcement came and collected that tire.
Yes.
You can kind of see his man bun there. Detective?
Yes.
I think it skipped or looped, but Mr. Fernandez left. The vehicle pulls out. You don't dispute that, right?
No.
Do you want to see it?
No.
Pulling out? He was there approximately 20 minutes or so, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that was on 8/9/2022. I'm now going to show you another clip from the same day. Defense Exhibit 33B.
So you have to right-click, ironically, and hit quit.
Thank you, Ms. Stifler. I really appreciate that. Okay. So, is it published? Yes. All right. Same day, 8/9/2022, right?
Yes.
Same poll camera, correct?
Yes.
Same house, correct?
Yes.
2 p.m., 2:04 p.m., right?
Correct.
Mr. Ordway's vehicle still in the driveway.
Yes.
Pause. Okay. Mr. Fernandez's vehicle.
Yes.
This time, it has boxes of construction materials in the back, correct?
There were boxes of something in the back.
Okay. Push play. Well, let me say the boxes are consistent with the work that you knew he was doing at Potomac, correct?
Most likely, yes.
Thank you. Scroll board. Okay, this time you can see Mr. Fernandez pulling out, correct?
Yes.
So he came back a second time in the day. Looks like 2 people got out of the vehicle. And all the stuff that was in the back of the vehicle is no longer in the vehicle when it pulls out.
That's correct.
Doesn't take a rocket science to determine that they dropped off what they had brought over.
Correct.
I'm now going to show you a video from August 16th. It's about a week later, correct?
Yes.
Defense Exhibit 33C, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Detective Johns, same house,
Yes.
same poll camera.
Yes.
It's 8/16/2022,
Yes.
and it's 6:43 p.m.
That's correct.
Jeremy Ordway's vehicle is in the driveway.
Yes.
There's a white Crown Vic in the driveway.
Yes.
Tell the jury whose white Crown Vic that is.
Mr. Ordway's father,
And who was known to drive that vehicle.
Mr. Tenon.
Mr. Tenon had not been arrested yet, correct?
Correct.
later, and Mr. Fernandez's vehicle pulls up, correct?
Yes.
You're not disputing that's Mr. Fernandez?
No.
You're not disputing that there's more materials in the back of the car?
No.
The bed of the truck, excuse me.
No.
Those are consistent with the same type of construction material? I'm not going to say, we don't know. Same boxes that were dropped off and unloaded back on August 9th, correct?
Yes.
Was it? There's a black dog. Do you see that?
Yes.
Tell the jury whose black dog that is.
It was Mr. Tenon's dog.
That's the same dog that when Mr. Tenon was arrested was with Mr. Tenon, correct?
That's correct.
It's the same dog that we heard from Detective Burrell when Mr. Tenon got out of his car. He put a dog bowl down. You weren't in here, but I'm sure you know that from Detective Burrell.
Yes.
It's because Mr. Tenon had a little black dog or a medium-sized black dog.
Yes.
Okay? No dispute, Mr. Fernandez got out of his vehicle?
No.
That is Mr. Fernandez.
Yes.
It appears Mr. Fernandez got a couple white bags out of the back of his cab,
Yes.
and he appears to be carrying those white bags into the Potomac rental property that he owns, correct?
Yes.
I don't know how long it is. Let's go very slow. Okay, stop. All right, Detective Johns. That's Henry Tenon, correct?
Yes.
So on 8/16, some 6 months post the homicide, Henry Tenon comes out of the Potomac address home, and he's going to start unloading construction materials from Mr. Fernandez's truck and bringing him inside, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez is with Mr. Tenon. He hasn't distanced himself from Mr. Tenon, correct?
No.
They're on camera together.
Yes.
Mr. Tenon is doing something for Mr. Fernandez. I mean, he's laboring for him, correct?
Helping unload a truck at least.
You heard in phone calls and wire calls and Sonny Fong's call that Mr. Fernandez, according to Mr. Fernandez on the wire call, that he paid Mr. Tenon to do work for him, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then, of course, unbeknownst to what he said on a call, you have no reason to believe Mario Fernandez knew that his phone was being tapped on that T9 wire you talked about yesterday, correct?
I don't have any evidence that he knew.
And you have no evidence to believe he knew he was being recorded here, correct?
No.
Can you stop it? We have a new character I'd like you to introduce the jury to.
I believe that's Mr. Ordway.
And that's the dog jumping up on Mr. Ordway?
Yes.
So this is now some evidence that when we see his car there, it's not some kind of ruse. Mr. Ordway is there because you see him there on the poll camera.
Yes.
You learned through this investigation that Mr. Ordway was a pizza delivery man?
That's correct.
Okay, and he worked typically in the evening hours, correct?
That's correct.
And that's Mr. Tenon unloading those materials, whatever they may be, from the truck.
Yes.
Now, again, we don't know by looking at it, but you do know at this time, this is when the text messages are flying back and forth about the tile, correct?
What do you mean?
The tile floor that needed to be done at Potomac.
Yes, sorry.
And then another little clue that we could look at is in evidence, the state put photos of Potomac and it needed tile flooring. It was ripped up.
Yes.
So there's text messages about tile work that needs to be done at Potomac. The pictures confirm tile work needs to be done at Potomac. And then you have this construction material in and around the same weeks of time that these conversations are happening. It's not a leap of imagination that those could be tile. It would be consistent that tile would be being dropped off, right?
That's correct.
And I'm not going to jump the gun here. I know this is exciting, but we're going to see tile work being done at Potomac on the poll camera. We're going to see a wet saw, right?
Yes.
You're going to see the water running down. That's going to tell us that they're doing tile work at Potomac, right?
I would assume so, yes.
All right. While we're watching this, for more context, this is 2 days before Henry Tenon gets arrested.
Yes.
Scroll forward. And Mr. Tenon was arrested driving while license suspended or revoked. We heard that yesterday, right?
Yes.
And then there was some old shotgun that he wasn't charged with, but they ended up arresting him for, right?
That's correct.
And that was the white Crown Vic that he was pulled over in.
That's correct.
Mr. Fernandez leaves on that day. No dispute as to that.
No.
And the materials are gone.
Correct.
Now I'm going to show you Defense Exhibit 33D. This is August 17th, 2022. And that's 1 day later, correct?
Yes.
Not to be so redundant, but it's 7:48 in the morning, right?
Correct.
So we've seen him there in the evening hours, we've seen him there in the morning, and we've seen him there in the afternoon, correct?
That's correct.
It's Mr. Fernandez's truck, right?
Yes.
No dispute it's Mr. Fernandez,
No.
and no dispute that Jeremy Ordway's vehicle is parked in the driveway.
That's correct.
Okay? Now, on the 29th, you follow me? I don't want it to be too confusing. The day that Mr. Tenon does whatever he does on that dry run, that would be an example of when Mr. Fernandez could be at Potomac and there not being a tenant there, correct? Because if Mr. Fernandez is with his cell phone, and the jury will make that determination, and Mr. Tenon is with his cell phone, then possibly Mr. Fernandez would have been at Potomac without the tenant being there, right?
It is possible that Mr. Fernandez would be at a rental property without the tenant being there, yes.
Okay, but now I just want to show you that we don't have to guess whether it's a possibility because we're going to see it. Is he going to arrest you? For the record, this is Defense Exhibit 33F, if I do not say so.
Thank you.
Did you go too far? That appeared to be Mr. Ordway walking by his vehicle.
I can't really tell.
Okay. Skinny white guy matching the description of Jeremy Ordway.
Probably Mr. Ordway.
Looks like
It's probably Mr. Ordway.
And it looks like he was getting into the vehicle that you know Mr. Ordway to drive.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and at 8:09, 43 seconds, Mr. Ordway gets into his vehicle and he backs out and he drives away from the Potomac address. Is that a fair description of what you just saw?
Yes.
This would be an example of when Mr. Fernandez would be at the rental property while a tenant leaves and he remains, correct?
Yes.
Go forward. Okay. Okay. Stop. In the very first video I showed you, we knew that Mr. Fernandez went to the property. We knew he stayed about 20 minutes, and then he left. Fair to say, I couldn't tell you what he was doing there, right?
Correct?
You couldn't tell me what he was doing there, correct?
That's correct.
Seems consistent that he goes there to do work or arrange for work to be done, but we didn't know that, right?
I don't know why he was there.
Right. But in this video, who just pulled up?
Bueller Air Conditioning.
Okay. So does that give you a clue that maybe he was there to meet a vendor who's performing work on property?
That's a fair statement.
And in fact, when you went through Mr. Fernandez's First Choice Home Rentals business account, at the same time that this was happening, there was receipts from Bueller Air Conditioning, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And in fact, at some point prior to this, they had put in an entire new air conditioning unit at Potomac.
Yes.
And it was Bueller that put it in.
Yes.
So this all sort of makes sense, right?
Yes.
Here's that was the Bueller air conditioning man going in, coming out,
Yes.
doing work at the property.
Yes.
Here's Mr. Ordway, comes back to the property.
Yes.
Camera shows Bueller left,
Yes?
and shortly thereafter, Mr. Fernandez backs out and he leaves.
Yes.
Well, I guess he doesn't back out because he backed in, he pulls out.
Yes.
So in a situation where the jury may be left guessing what is going on the 29th, these, via poll camera, we can really deduce with evidence that Mr. Fernandez goes to his rental property for legitimate reasons, correct?
I can say that these show that he does go to the rental property for legitimate reasons, yes. I don't think it's a representation of necessarily what happens on the 29th.
I know you don't want to believe that. I'm asking what these videos show as compared to there not being video cameras on the 29th, correct?
Just clarifying my answer.
Okay. So if I were to make an argument, well, maybe he went to his rental property, we now know, and there is no dispute, that he goes to this rental property, right?
No, that's not in dispute.
He's not an absentee landlord, correct?
No.
Okay. So now let me show you another video from Defense Exhibit 33F. We just did that one? No, I don't think so. And if it wasn't clear, there were no cameras at Potomac on the 29th.
That's correct, there was not.
Now, pause it. This is another poll camera from 8/27/2022 at 6:08 p.m. Okay? Same poll camera,
Yes.
same address.
Yes.
What's important about this date is we can all agree Mr. Tenon has been arrested, correct?
Yes.
And you don't dispute that although Mr. Tenon was arrested for a driving offense, law enforcement went to Potomac that day and spoke to Jeremy Ordway, correct?
That's correct.
Detectives from the homicide unit, Detective Cullen and your partner, Detective Lamont, arrived and they told Jeremy Ordway that Henry Tenon was arrested in connection for the murder of Jared Bridegan, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Fernandez, he knows at this point that Henry Tenon had been arrested in connection to the murder of his wife's ex-husband, correct?
I would assume so, yes.
Right. We have to assume that. And I'm glad that you agree. And yet, even with that fact, Mr. Fernandez doesn't distance himself from the Potomac address, does he?
No.
No, because this is... All right, pause. Detective Johns, let's introduce a new character to the jury. Whose vehicle is that?
I'm actually not sure whose vehicle that is.
If I told you it was John Biggerstaff's vehicle, is that...
Oh, that's right. Yes, it is. I apologize.
Okay, so we don't disagree that's John Biggerstaff's vehicle, right?
Yes.
And again, you know, because of other investigative efforts, that John Biggerstaff was to perform tile work at the Potomac. We've talked about that.
Yes.
And now we see John Biggerstaff showing up at the Potomac address, right?
Yes.
And if I didn't ask you, early in the video, you saw Mr. Fernandez, this time he parked on the grass?
Yes.
Okay. So he's there as well?
Yes.
And just so there's no confusion, can you see the black dog?
Yes.
And you can see the Crown Vic, correct?
That's correct.
Can you pause it? Because this is important, but I want to make sure everyone understands the facts. Henry Tenon's in jail.
Yes.
They allowed him to park instead of his vehicle being towed, someone took it and put it back at this address, right?
I believe Mr. Ordway came and got the vehicle.
Right. So just because we see the vehicle this particular time, we know Henry Tenon is not there.
That's correct.
And although we see his dog, we know he's not there because Mr. Ordway agreed to take custody and possession of Henry Tenon's dog after he got arrested, right?
That's correct.
Just another little piece of proof that they were friends, right?
Yes.
And Judge, if we could just get through this video, if that's a natural break for you. You told me at 2:15.
Yes, but before we do, I want to check in with you all for scheduling purposes.
Yes, ma'am. I was just giving you a heads up. I'm okay if you want to at the end of this video.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Before she puts play, can you see Mr. Fernandez?
Yes.
Okay. So we saw him pull up earlier, then we saw Mr. Biggerstaff pull in, and then it looks like Mr. Fernandez got out of his car to go meet Mr. Biggerstaff. We can deduce that?
Sure.
Okay, this is well after the homicide, correct?
Yes.
Some argument is to be made that John Biggerstaff actually gave Mr. Fernandez a 10-millimeter firearm to effectuate the murder of Jared Bridegan. If the government decides that they're going to make that argument, this video shows us that well after the homicide, Mr. Fernandez did not distance himself from Mr. Biggerstaff, correct?
That's correct.
Well, the jury is watching this. Your Honor, I'm sorry, can I just have a few more minutes after this video?
Yes.
There's a connected video I'd like to show. Scroll. You can see that that is in fact Mr. Biggerstaff?
Yes.
Right. Approximately 7:04 p.m., Mr. Biggerstaff's vehicle backs out and appears to leave.
Yes.
And then shortly after, Mr. Fernandez leaves, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to show you Defense Exhibit 32B. This is the following evening. This is 8/28/2022. It's 9:18 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And this pole camera ran continuously, correct?
Yes, it did.
It wasn't motion activated. It caught everything that happened at that residence.
That's correct.
Can you kind of scroll until bigger so it gets there? Okay. Pause it. Appears to be Mr. Biggerstaff is back, correct?
Yes.
You can scroll forward. Now, this video is about 3 hours and 20 minutes on 8/28/2022, right?
Yes.
You can see that by looking at the bottom.
Yes.
And this is the night that Mr. Biggerstaff goes over there and starts performing tile work, right?
Allegedly, yes. I mean, I can't see what he's doing, but
Well, we talked about
they
that.
spoke about doing tile work.
We talked about that wet saw, right? Right. Well, there's more videos, so let's break it down. You say you don't know what he was doing. Fair enough. I'll give you that. He meets up with. Okay, we can agree that you don't know what he was doing there that day.
No.
It's the day after he met Mr. Fernandez at the property, correct?
Yes.
They appeared to have a meeting in the driveway where they were talking, correct?
Yes.
The next day, Mr. Biggerstaff shows up, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez does not show up, correct?
That's correct.
So whatever Mr. Biggerstaff is doing at the Potomac address, he's not doing it with Mr. Fernandez, correct?
That's correct.
They play the video after midnight. That's the one.
Yes. I'm going to now show you a video
Just after midnight.
after midnight, the same time that he's there, Defense Exhibit 33G. Is that right? It jumped like 21 minutes. Did you do that on purpose? Keep scrolling. Stop. Can you see the bucket?
It's hard to make out what it is, honestly.
Trying to speed this along, but would you like to watch more to determine if you can see if that's a bucket and there's water all over the area where they're working?
It appears to be a bucket, and it appears that there's water on the ground.
Okay. And that would be consistent with the tile work that we talked about using a wet saw, right?
Yes.
Stop. Can you see Mr. Biggerstaff dumping the bucket now?
Yes.
You can see all the water coming out.
Yes.
A moment ago, you said, well, I don't know what he's doing there. Now we have some idea what he's doing there, right?
At least parts of it, he appears to be using a wet saw.
And he appears to be working, right?
Yes.
Good scroll. Now, at this point, you can see water that's now dripped all down the driveway, right?
Yes.
That was not there before, correct?
Correct.
And if we sat there and we watched this entire thing, you would see the progression of water from where Mr. Biggerstaff is working, pouring into the street, right?
Yes.
And then Mr. Biggerstaff leaves.
Yes.
Your Honor, this would be a natural breaking point if
Okay, let me just see the lawyers at sidebar. So members of the jury, let's do 10 minutes, and then I'm going to take another really short break because I think maybe from the state's perspective, there would be some setup. Is that right?
Yes, we have to test this.
Right, okay. So we'll take 10 minutes now, okay? And then I'm going to give you another shorter break to set up for setup purposes, okay? So we'll come back at like 2:32, okay? Leave your notepads on your chair, please. All right, please let the record reflect that the jury's left the courtroom. Detective, you can take the break, okay? And I will tell you that because of scheduling, I'm going to tell the jury when they get back, we're going to pause your cross-examination and take a couple of witnesses out of order and then continue your cross-examination, okay?
I'm sorry, Judge. I thought you were going to let me finish my.
I am.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying.
No, I'm sorry. Like, we're going to come back. He's got some more questions. We're going to pause it and then because of some scheduling issues, okay?
Okay.
All right. So just follow the rules over the break.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everyone, the court's in recess.